Welcome to your new moon in Sagittarius reading. Also, happy December, everybody. Yesterday, we finished the 30-day Journal With Me challenge. Thank you so much to all of you who joined me for it daily or popped in when you could. It was so fun to start my day with you. It was so much fun that I'm going to be doing more of those in the future for sure. So please stay tuned because I will try to give you as much of a heads up as I can when I'm doing these. But I thought, why not extend it one more day and do the new moon? And we're going to go much deeper than we do on those daily journal with me's because this is a new moon. But we started that 30-day journaling challenge on a new moon, November 1st. So it made sense to me to just go one more day straight in a row and get another new moon reading, but much more in depth. If you haven't already, definitely check out my free new moon angel card spread linked below so that you can go get extra clarity. This is a group message, right? So write down what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. And if you need any extra clarity, definitely use that angel card spread link below for the new moon, and also grab my Mercury retrograde spread if you haven't already, because we are in this Mercury retrograde energy right now. That brings a lot of clarity as well. So we'll get into some more guidance as we get going, but I'd love to hear how everybody is doing in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And like I said, this is going to be a much deeper read today because we have this new moon energy. I don't have to race off to drop kids off at school, so I have the leisure to go deeper. And so we are going to do a Celtic cross. I just couldn't resist putting up some of my holiday decorations here. I'm going to have to move them out of the way in a minute to make room for the Celtic cross so you all can see it all. I will be pulling clarification cards too. So this is going to be a really fun one. I encourage you to grab your journal and write down anything that resonates with you. Remember, you don't have to have your own copy of the Book of Evidence, Proof Your Angels Are With You. This is my custom journal I sell. You can find out more about it on devondoer.com. It sells through Amazon as well. And this is what we were using for my 30-day challenge. In case you're new, it has custom templates, an intuition tracker, and all kinds of tools and tips to get you started with using your intuitive abilities on a deeper level. Normally in the journal with me's, I actually sat and journaled with you, so I showed you what I was doing. But because we're doing a new moon reading, I'm going to save time by getting straight to the angel cards. I just wanted to show you that this is where my new moon intentions will go. Every month I write down 10 intentions for a new moon, and I usually base it on the energy of the moon, but you don't have to do that. So since we are in Sagittarius, I will be writing intentions around things that Sagittarius has to do with. And like I said, this new moon is at 9 degrees and 33 minutes. So that's an angel number too, right? So we want to notice that as well and what that means from you. Good morning, Angie. Danville, Kentucky. Love it. Good morning, Mystic Panda. Good morning, Casglow. Good to see you. Hope you had a wonderful holiday too. We did for sure. You know, it's interesting. I am actually feeling really rested. I'm ready to get back to it and get a little ahead. And, you know, I've got my Christmas decorations here. I was doing some online shopping this weekend for my kids. So yeah, we're going to get started with this guidance. And if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button, share this video with anybody it resonates with, and definitely hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate that as well. All right, so I already shuffled these cards. As always, I say my prayer protection, which is linked below as well. If you'd like to grab that, there's 3 options of wallpaper for your phone, so you always have that with you. And I'm going to move some of my decorations out of the way here to get started. But again, please grab your journal and write down anything that pops up for you. Definitely remember too that, we want to use hindsight. So if you can go back to your journal from November 1st, when we did the new moon journaling there, see what's been going on for you over the past month. check your calendar to look at, were there any big events? Look at the photos on your phone. Recall the last month. What intentions did you set at the 1st of November? Now we've gone that full circle. So that'll help you too with understanding some of this. Rested is right. That was just the rest I needed too. Oh, good, Casglow. I'm so grateful. Yes, it was. It was a slow, peaceful holiday for us, and I was grateful for sure. All right, let's get started with these angel messages. I already shuffled them. Like I said, we're going to be doing the Celtic cross. I will guide you through the meaning as we go. I always set the intention that these messages be for you whenever you come across this video, and that they be in the highest interest of all who come across them. Let's see, am I going to get all these on camera? No, I'm going to have to move my decorations in a minute, but I'm just going to finish putting them out. And then, like I said, I will be pulling clarification cards as we go. All righty, so I'm going to move my little cardinals here. Aren't they cute? As many of you know, we talk about different spirit animals, and I definitely see cardinals a lot for a message from the angels. Okay, move this off screen a little here. Just want to make sure you all can see it as I go. This is my first time doing a really big spread like this on camera, so I wasn't sure how much room I would need, but I'll make sure you can see everything. How did everybody dream last night too? Whoa, did I have some vivid dreams and unusual dreams. Had a couple celebrities pop up in there. Some friends that I'm going to be seeing next year. It was just fun. It was a fun dream, but that's that Sagittarius energy, right? All right, it looks like maybe one of the cards might not fully be on, but I promise to hold the cards up to the camera so that you can see them as we go. Good morning, Sandrine. Good morning, Leah. Good morning, Heidi. Michigan here. Yes, chilly morning. You've been doing the replays. Great, thank you. I'm so grateful that you feel it's a habit forming. That's wonderful to hear. Such a healthy habit too. And don't forget, we do have the December routine record that needs to be filled out. When we hop off, I'm going to be working on my new moon intentions that I'm actually going to be using the messages I get from me here to help guide my intentions for this new moon. And then I will be filling out my routine record and my mood tracker and whatever else I'm doing here. And of course, I'll be taking a look at this calendar. Oh, that's the January one. I'm probably going to add some more aspects in here. I just did the big ones when I first went through. So just a reminder of great things that you can do to set yourself up for success. Happy new moon out amongst the stars. Yay, I'm so grateful you made it too. We're just getting started. I will make sure you can see all these cards on here, and I will be pulling clarifiers. But yes, love hearing where you're all tuning in from. And, we might even have some time for some questions here. If you have any further just general questions that would benefit everybody about this energy. But it's going to be, we're going to have a lot of detail. So I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and we're going to get started. All right. So our first card here is an amazing card at the heart of our spread here. It's the 10 of Earth, a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. And this is a card of affirmation. When I do the Celtic cross, I do it kind of my own way, the way I've worked with the angels over the years. It's always worked for me. This first card is always validating something around the question we have, right? And of course, this is a new moon reading. So we are here to plant seeds that will bring us this happiness, this security, this magic in our life. So the angels are letting us know they understand that whatever that is for each of us, they are aware. And that when we find magic in the little things, like the little Christmas ornaments that make me so happy to get out every year, that those are things that are going to bring in even more of this security. If you've been journaling with me lately, the energy has been a lot around making sure you don't get stuck in fear over resources, and that we stop procrastinating making a decision, that we get the research we need, but that we review our options carefully. So I have a feeling that this is already setting us up to be mindful of our mindset around material resources, since this is an earth card. But of course, we're going to keep going here, and we will get even more clarification as we go. Oh, great. I'm so grateful you made it here too, Divinely Paved. So the next card, this is the card that a lot of people refer to as the challenge card, but I see it as also, it's what you feel is a challenge. It's not necessarily the energy saying, hey, you're about to have this challenge. This is more like how you're getting in your own way. And the angels see that and they understand it, and they're letting you know you're not alone. And this card is the moon. Wow, we have the moon card in the challenge area as for the new moon. It says, Archangel Haniel, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. Wow, this is so validating. So I did mean to mention, just for credit, that this is the Angel Tarot deck with Radley Valentine, one of my favorite all-time decks. And we were just talking about releasing fears around resources, around putting yourself out in the spotlight. Are you an intuitive that wants to come out in a bigger way using your psychic abilities, but it's scary to do that? Because it can be. Well, you are needed here. And the angels are saying the biggest challenge you are facing right now are fears. And a lot of times they are subconscious fears. So I would check in with the dreams you've been having lately. I'll give you an example. I journaled about it a little bit already. I'm going to do more when we get off here. But I had this dream that my mom, daughters, and I were getting on an airplane, and I went somewhere right before we were boarding. And when I came back, they had already boarded the plane, and my mom and sisters grabbed my family grabbed my purse and phone and everything to take with them onto the plane. And so therefore I couldn't get on the plane because I didn't have my boarding pass. I didn't have an ID to show them that, hey, they're already on the plane. And so I was trying so hard to convince this lady to help me go get my mom or my daughters and tell them, bring me my stuff, And it was like this long drawn out dream of not being, of being left behind, of not being allowed onto the plane, right? There's so many things that could represent, and just that urgency. And I did actually end up finding a very nice flight attendant that helped me out, right? So that's a reminder there to remember you have your spiritual team to help you out. We got to go higher. We got to go to that 30,000 foot perspective. So if there's any symbolism in those dreams that meant something to you, write that down as well, because I felt called to share it. And a lot of times that's how the angels will work, is they'll have me share a story that will trigger something in you that will help you recognize something. Angie said, wild dreams also. Yeah, super vivid. And of course, we have the sun and the moon in Sagittarius, which is a very dreamlike state. And we want to keep daydreaming all day today. So very validating there, that really where we're getting in our own way right now is fears. Fear of being seen, fear of being successful, fear of failure. With light workers, I tend to see more fear of success. They know how powerful they are on a subconscious level, but what does that mean for them in their life if they really step into their power? This is the subconscious card, kind of another thing that's maybe going on behind the scenes. Maybe you're aware of it, but you haven't admitted it to anybody, or maybe you aren't aware of it and it's something your team really wants to bring forward. This Queen of Water card, tenderhearted, empathetic, patient, loving, relationships develop to a new level, trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. This is a beautiful card to get in the subconscious. It is reminding you that you are a light worker. You do have natural born psychic abilities that you can tap into to grow these relationships. You're also growing your relationships with your spiritual team on a bigger level right now. And so it's really important that you are taking the time you need to care for yourself, that you are listening to that intuition. So the Queen of Water, also known as the Queen of Cups in tarot, is a master with emotions. So you may also be really supporting someone else in a relationship that they're really watching you grow. They're watching you nurture yourself, and you're setting a really wonderful example. And this is where a lot of your power is going to come from. Mystic Panda said, I know I have dreams, but I always have such a hard time remembering them. All right, well, remember to set intentions before bed. I understand that feeling. I did a video on dreams on one of my Wednesday lives a few weeks ago. Go check that out. I put a bunch of tips in there to help you with remembering your dreams and tracking them. And when you do remember even the tiniest thing about a dream, write that down, because that way you can remind your brain that you want to remember your dreams. So this is a really powerful card to have here. Out Amongst the Stars says, yes, bizarre dreams woke me up. Guess angels wanted me up early here. Sounds coming from deep water, people saying ET, but oh yes, the subconscious. Yes, wow, so that's funny. People were saying ET as in the movie ET. I just happened to be watching an interview on Instagram last night of Drew Barrymore when she was little about the movie ET. She was so darn cute. Okay, so this card is going to be the recent past. A lot of times it's something that we've overcome, or the angels just want us to give ourselves credit for it. And we're going to be pulling all of this together. Knight of Water. Wow, we are getting such powerful cards. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative, falling in love, wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. All right, so this is in the recent past where you've really had to go deep and really get clear on what it is that your heart wants. Did you recently get invited to do something that's coming up for you? Did you have to be the one that grounded emotions? We did get that energy yesterday as well. So really step into that grounded energy again, but you are being commended for doing that. You were again leading the way, but let yourself feel the romance of this season too. So they're commending you on doing that, but then continue with that energy is what they're saying here. So let's keep going, and we will definitely get some clarification here. This card represents right now, at the time you're watching these messages. This is the present energy. Wow, the Lover's card. Intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, good health. See, I love that we've got these cards here. This is the crown, this is the root. We are wanting to bring good health into our relationships, and we want to bring good health into our relationship for ourselves, with our spiritual team, with our physical body, with our spiritual journey. So this is just turning out to be such an amazing dream. And spread. I will say, I will help you with understanding some ways to use this for intentions for this new moon, because I want to encourage you to write down anything that stands out for you, but also write intentions down based on what's coming through for you. Hey, Andrea, good to see you. I'm grateful. Yes, it's been a while. We decided to do one more journal with me. So we've been here 31 days in a row, and we're doing the new moon Celtic cross spread. And this is representing what's coming up in the near future. So this could be later today. This could be within the next few days. It may even extend all the way until the full moon. A lot of times this will be the card that will identify what we may need to be open to releasing with the full moon. I also got a lot of guidance that this new moon will be asking us to release something, even though normally a new moon is about planting seeds, setting intentions, which we will be doing. But I want to encourage you to keep an open mind and stay open to any messages coming through about what needs to be released with this new moon energy, so that you have room to plant those seeds. A lot of times at this time of year, we tend to overcommit. Again, they were talking about getting invited to social events. So maybe you're having to look at your calendar for this next month and go, wow, I've got a lot going on. Is there something that I can put off to the next year? Or can I just say, set my boundaries around my time and energy so I can get to bed early and be really taking care of myself? This Wednesday, every Wednesday I go live and we have a spiritual topic. I also have angel messages for you, but we are going to be talking about staying in divine flow during the holiday season. So definitely anything you have coming up on your calendar, I would review it. Take some time today to review. I'm going to be going through, I don't know if you saw, I posted the weekly spreads I created with my fun Christmas washi tape last night on my Instagram and YouTube and everything. And I'm actually going to be sitting down today and filling this out with different events I have coming up. And we have 2 dentist appointments this week for my daughters, like all the things that you still have to do, even though you're so busy with this season. I'm going to be asking the angels for help by putting it right there in my book of evidence. All right. So the near future card is Page of Fire. Wow. Outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous, news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. So again, I'm really getting that we have to continue with being very grounded with our energy, reviewing our options, but also standing in our beliefs. So that was a lot of the guidance we got over the last week too, was we would probably need to really stand in our beliefs and be very authentic. But by showing others you're a team player and being really original with your creative solutions, your projects, your relationships, people are going to recognize this and you are going to be recognized. Now, page cards are cards of communication, but also we have this fiery energy. So I'm really seeing you have the opportunity very soon to show your creativity to the world. And that can be in any way that you feel called to do that. But we'll get some clarification on that. But that is such an exciting card for the near future, especially given these cards here in the heart of our spread that are really showing us we've got to remember to release anything that's holding you back. Are you still a little bit in the spiritual closet with those around you? Have you been wanting to share a project with the world, but you keep waiting for it to be the perfect time? 822, by the way, angel number. So let's be mindful of where are you allowing fears to hold you back from sharing your gifts with the world, right? And this could be writing, this could be painting, this could be teaching, this could be, starting your YouTube channel. This could be getting out and traveling more so that you can explore the world. Or it could even be your legacy. Have you given thought to what your legacy is? These are things that we're being asked to consider right now at the time of this message. All right. Out Amongst the Stars says, sounds like we're coming from some portals deep in the ocean, thinking it was subconscious emotions. And yes, coming out of spiritual closet too. Out Amongst the Stars, I've had dreams like that. I can validate that very much. Very similar dreams. So there's something there for sure. I do think sometimes we don't remember our dreams because we were doing so much work in the dream that it's just, easier for us to go to sleep when we're done and not have to worry about remembering it. It's still in there. The information's still in there. But yes, coming out of the spiritual closet is a big one for a lot of people. They've been doing this work for a long time, but it's time to get out there in a bigger way. And I am getting that for a lot of you watching this video. So this is a part where we will talk about your personal power with this energy. And I like to use a pocket affirmation here. So let's first see, where will your power be with this card? Oh my gosh. Coming right after a Page of Fire. This is so awesome. Victory, good news on its way, public recognition or awards. Ooh, I'm getting angel bumps from head to toe. What an amazing card for your personal power here. This is a card of recognition, like they said. And again, like we were just talking about, getting out there, showing the world how original you are. We are all meant to be light workers in our own unique way. And this card is a card of that recognition that you do it differently, but it really is needed. So anything that you do that is unique, that's what they are asking you to lean into. Your power comes from sharing your gifts from the world. So we're going to have a pocket affirmation. I'd like to invite you to write in the comments below. I belong being recognized. I belong being recognized. Okay, we're going to write that down. I belong being recognized for my spiritual gifts, for my talents, for my creativity. Write that in the comments below, because you do. And that's what you're here to do, is shine your light in the world. So the more that you see yourself sitting up on that horse, being applauded by those around you, the more powerful you become. Everybody has an audience. Your audience might be your 2-year-old granddaughter, but everybody has an audience. So stand in your power and trust that whatever gifts you can share with those around you, which again, this card right here is talking about intimate relationships. So that could be a grandchild, a child, a parent, a friend, a romantic partner, but bringing better health and intimacy to that relationship right now is going to allow you to really share your gifts with the world in such an amazing way. Thank you all for writing that in the comments. I love it. I love seeing them come through, and your sweet emojis too. Makes my heart so happy. So this is an amazing card for your personal power. This next card is going to represent external factors. This could be people in your home, your work colleagues. This could be spiritual team members. This could be someone else here in watching this video or in the chat, that we're all part of this community here, but we want to be open and aware to the energy around us. And this is so that's why I say external factors. And we have, wow, another Queen card. Oh my goodness. Independent, experienced, realistic, witty, objective decision-making, clearing away what no longer serves. There's that release card. I said we were going to get guidance for releasing something with this new moon. Seeing the humor in a situation. All right, so what's the first thing that came to mind when you saw that the Queen of Air is an external factor? Well, let me break it down for you a little bit. Obviously, air is a card of communication, words, messages. Then we have this Queen card, which is somebody who's witty, experienced with their words. This would be an accomplished author, speaker. This could be somebody that you see as a wise person that can share good advice with you and will help you make objective decisions. So again, who's the first person that came to mind when you think of somebody that you could go to work through something, get advice, for a mentorship? This could be somebody on your spiritual team as well. But there is someone available to you that can help you with releasing what no longer serves you and finding the humor in it. I often think of my grandmother with this card, because she always would have little sayings to kind of help you laugh at something. And I remember one of her sayings was that you want to have a sense of humor in your relationships, especially your romantic ones. That's really what gets you through the hard times, is having a sense of humor. So this card is kind of reminding me of my grandmother giving me that advice, that when you can find the humor in something regarding a relationship with someone else, it really helps bring in that compassion, that reminder that we're all human, and we can find a way to let go of something. This could be that you're having to let go of a relationship. That might be what you're releasing. But if you can try to find something about it that you learned and try to take a lighthearted approach, that could be really valuable. This could also be realizing that something you have created in the past needs to be put out there in a bigger way. And you just need to reorganize it, try again. And you need to get out there and share it with the world. This person could be helping you how you want to reorganize that or redo it, because we do have that Mercury retrograde energy right now at the time of these messages. This could be that maybe you did try releasing a creative project in the past, a book, a poem, a song, or any kind of message, and you didn't quite get the result you wanted, or you at the last minute decided not to because you didn't feel confident, right? Releasing fears that hold us back. So I am getting, for some of us, whatever we are releasing is actually something that you've been too afraid to release. It's something you've already created. So what comes to mind with you for that as well? Because that could be a good thing to do, is seek advice on a new way to release that energy or that project or that communication with the world. So let's keep going for more clarification, but I am getting so much encouragement for all of you to really think about what is it that you've been holding back on sharing with the world. And I feel that clarity around what you're releasing is, stop waiting for it to be the perfect time, the perfect project, the perfect amount of resources. It's time to get out there in a bigger way. And anything that you maybe already tried to do and it didn't work, review why it didn't work, see the humor in it, and try again. That's what another great thing with retrograde energy is trying again with something that didn't really turn out the way you wanted the first time. And we are seeing the humor and moving on. Thank you for hitting that like button. I really appreciate it. It really helps this video get pushed to other people in the algorithm who may not know we're here. And sharing the video and hitting subscribe is a huge help too. I really appreciate it. All right, so this next card that's coming up represents where we might be really hopeful about something, but there's always two sides to the coin. We might also have fear around something. We already know, because of this card, that our biggest challenge right now is ourselves. We're getting in our own way, and we need to release any fears holding us back. We need to start using our intuition. That's the other thing that's so powerful about having the moon card as our challenge card, is this is a new moon reading. And this is a card of remembering to check in with your intuition. Don't let your mind take all of your attention. And with the moon being in Sagittarius and the sun in Sagittarius, this dreamy energy, you might actually be getting a lot of messages through your dreams about where you're holding yourself back, or about where you need to head in the future. What do you need to release so you can keep going with your goals, your life purpose, the things that you want for this 10 of Earth card here, right? Finding luxury in the little things, a happy home life. And a happy home life can mean so many things. Feeling at home in a group of people, feeling at home with the work you do, right? Finding contentment. Alrighty. So we're probably going to have another pocket affirmation or two here, but I'll be pulling some clarifiers because I want us to talk right now. I want you to really check in with your body before I pull this card. Notice anything in your body that feels tense. Notice anything in your body that's feeling really relaxed. Do you have any warm, fuzzy feelings? Are you feeling a little cold where you are? I want you to notice these things before I turn this card over, because again, this is going to represent both your hopes and your fears. So let's flip that over now. Ace of Water. Wow. Falling in love, the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition, a new home. Okay, so because of where this is in the spread, this is a beautiful card to get. Aces always are, but it's the beginning of a new emotion. So think of this as the butterflies you get in a new romantic relationship at the beginning of it. You're hoping it turns into something, but you're also a little fearful. What if I get hurt? What if this person isn't who they say they are, right? And this could be applied to anything. Maybe you are looking for a new home and you get excited about the idea, but you're also a little fearful about what that will take financially, what that will take energetically. Oh, Andrea said 833. Thank you. Another angel number there. In case you're new here, I have an angel number series that has a lot of information to help you understand the way you connect with your spiritual team. So check out that playlist. Thank you, Andrea, for reminding me of that. And that can also bring clarity to the messages we're getting with this new moon. Because as you said, it's 8:33 and this moon apexed early this morning at 9 degrees, 33 minutes. So this is going to represent, like I said, both hope and fear. So anything that came to mind around where have you been holding yourself back, honoring that maybe there is a little fear of success, maybe there is a little fear of failure, maybe there's a fear of vulnerability. That's okay. But it's worth the risk. That's what we're being told. It's worth the risk to start something new. And the only way to overcome that is to try something new. So we're being asked to review our options carefully, maybe take something from the past that didn't quite work and try a new approach, right? Going back to the drawing board, review why it didn't work, but now try again, right? We're not going to give up. We're going to check in with our intuition this time and not let our mind take over. So let's get to the outcome card and then we'll definitely pull some clarifiers. But I want to think of a pocket affirmation here. Let's see what the angels pull in about reviewing old things to make them new. So I am open to renewing past ideas. Let's use that pocket affirmation. I am open to renewing past ideas. If you want to write that in the comments below, because I am really getting that for some of this may be relationships because we've got a lot of relationship energy here, but it could be a relationship to a project. But we want to renew old ideas because I am getting that if it is with a person, there may be traditional viewpoints that are holding you back, and it's time to renew the way you approach relationships, okay? And again, this could be your approach to your creative projects. Now, the outcome card here, we'll get some clarity there. Thank you, MJ. I am open to reviewing past ideas. This energy is so valuable for that. And again, since we had that guidance for releasing something, there's some idea that still needs to come out into the world. So what's the first thing that comes to mind for you when you think of trying again with a creative project or a plan or a maybe you tried to take a trip that never worked out, or you went to a location. Maybe you even go to the same location every year and you always do it the same way. And now it's time to approach that trip differently, right? Hey, April, great to see you here. So here is your final outcome card, and I will pull some clarifiers, but this is perfection for the final outcome on this new moon in Sagittarius, the Magician card. You are ready. You have the resources, the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. This spread is so amazing. It almost doesn't need clarifiers. I will pull in clarifiers, but look at this from the very beginning. Oh my gosh, finding magic in the little things. Finding magic in the little things leads you to this magician energy. You can find magic in everything, and you can manifest the resources, or you can review your resources to take things into the world in a bigger way to get this amazing public recognition that is coming for you. This is coming for you right now, but we are being asked to find the humor of things that didn't work in the past, get advice. We've been getting so much guidance around maybe going back to school, taking an online course, doing research about something. So I really encourage you to use this Queen of Air card to get advice, and don't hold back on getting the information you need to make a decision. Casco says, this is such a beautiful reading. I agree. I couldn't agree more. It's just the energy is so amazing and dreamy. And this energy is supporting you to set those intentions. So when we wrap up here in just a few minutes, of course, I'm going to do those clarifiers. I want you to go write down at least 3 intentions for this new moon and consider something you tried once before and review it. Is there a new way you could do it? Could you get more information? And try to release it differently into the world. This could be even trying to have a communication with somebody that didn't get through, trying again for that. But being original in the way you communicate is going to be really, really powerful with this. So we are going to do some clarification, okay, around the past, present, and future cards here, because that's what we were doing with our angel cards. And this is going to also represent actions. So that's going to be really valuable here. So we'll be reviewing past actions, present actions, and future actions to help you really set those intentions for this new moon. So the first card we have regarding the past is the 5 of Earth. Okay, we've had this card recently in the journal with me. Is fear surrounding money that keeps coming up. Where have you been needing to take a different approach to your resources because maybe you've been too focused on not having enough resources, not having enough time, not having enough energy. Now, this is the recent past, but they want to acknowledge that, this is something to keep in mind. We want to avoid this energy of focusing on what you don't have, right? This is the past card. And instead focus on life's little luxuries and the fact that you are magical. You do have the ability to manifest what you need, what you desire when you tap in to trying something new, being authentic and creative. So again, it's that reminder, watch out for that mindset, get grounded, find the resources you need. You can activate that giving and receiving cycle. That's another thing I will hear with this card is offer your time in exchange for advice or support with something. This card, but this is something that's been in the past that you've had to overcome, and you want to give yourself credit for that because that's where you can find the humor in it. Is go, oh well, yeah, I really did get in my head about that. I really did get focused on the wrong things, and instead say, okay, what resources do I have right now to help me get started taking advantage of that energy? So now here's an action card for right now at the time you're hearing these messages to help clarify this Lover's card. And we'll see. I just was told that I might have to pull 2 cards for this. So we have the 8 of Fire. Okay. Events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. So yes, I am going to follow my intuition and pull another card here to clarify, but this is to clarify the Lover's card. And so you may find that a lot of your relationships may be affected by this really chaotic, busy energy we have here. I think I've shared with you a lot of times when I see this 8 of Fire card. Let me hold it back up so you can see it a little better. I often hear the phrase, pick a one, people, from the angels, because we need to focus on what it is our heart really wants. And we really need to allow a decision to be made and stop procrastinating. We got that 7 of Cups card quite a bit recently, and that meant that we were needing to stop procrastinating, getting the information we need, pick a project and go. So I am getting for this card, and I'm going to pull some clarification here, that these two together are saying pick something passionate to do for this relationship that you have to a project, a person, a place. Pick something to focus on and start today. Start setting intentions, start getting information. It's a new moon. We have Ace of Water. Start something, even if all you do is send an email inquiring about a place to travel to or a place to move to, reaching out to a realtor in the area you're daydreaming about moving to. Do something today to start the energy in moving into that process. But I am, of course, wanting to encourage you that it's more of a restart. We're restarting something. We're releasing something again, right? So I'm going to do what they asked and pull a second clarification card for this one, and then we'll do the future. But here we go. Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. This is so powerful to have this with this card here. What we're being asked to do is the initiation card here, what we're asking to, we're supposed to review our options carefully, research, right? Rest, and this means sleep on it. So whatever you do today to get information to start the energy moving in the next direction, you do not need to get it all done today or do too much. Allow yourself to sleep on it. That's what I get with this card, is really allow, if somebody's rushing you to make a decision, ask if you can sleep on it, or ask your spiritual team to bring you information in sleep time so you can get clarity, right? So this is really powerful. Right now, at the time you're hearing this message, when it comes to any kind of relationship, you need to focus on something and slow things down, because again, events are moving too quickly. We need to slow down, get the information, review all our options carefully. That was what we were getting with this Knight of Water. All right, so let's clarify this near future card. So again, this could be later today, but because this is a new moon, this could go all the way to the full moon, or even the next new moon. Casglow says, yes, research, rest, relax, reset. I love it. Yes. So hopefully you all have some time to do that today. At the time of this recording, it is a Sunday for a lot of us, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. And, hopefully you're getting some time to do that. But if nothing else, at least do some journaling around that, right? So here's the near future energy. Some clarification. We have that release card again. Look at that. Archangel Azrael. I was already hearing the last 2 days that we need to release something with this new moon, even though that's not normally what you're considering. But there is something you need to release. And I am getting, for some of you, it's something you've been sitting on the fence with. You haven't really gone back to the drawing board with a project and tried reorganizing it, refreshing it. That's another word, refreshing a project. I've actually been doing that myself. I have some new offerings coming up where I've gone back to the angel communication classes I taught over the years, and I'm refreshing them. I'm putting them in an easier format so I can release them in a way that is more bite-sized for people to consume. So that's definitely what it's talking about with me, but also trusting that it's time to move on and get that energy going. So again, that Ace of Water is reminding us that we want to remember there's two sides to every coin. So if you catch yourself getting overly emotional or fearful or anxious, we want to flip the script. We want to go higher. We want to ask the angels for help releasing into the world our spiritual gifts. So actually, I think we need a pocket affirmation. I easily release fears. I easily release fears. Let's put that in the comment section below. I easily release fears. So again, this could be fears around material resources, fears of rejection, fears of vulnerability. But whatever it is, it's holding you back from this, the Magician right here, this amazing, powerful card of stepping into your power. And this new moon is going to allow you to really step into that magic, right? It's a very magical energy that we have with this new moon. And so anything you can do today to start setting intentions around that is going to be really, really valuable. So I'm going to pull one more card to pull all of this together because it's such a powerful reading, and I want you to have time to do some journaling after this and set some intentions. Like I said, I always set 10 intentions with each new moon. So I know a lot of my intentions today is going to be around putting things out there in a new way, refreshing things, releasing things, releasing fears around resources, right? Those kinds of things. Thank you all for putting that in the comments. So tying all of this together, we have the 8 of Water, another 8 card. There is something you want to move on from, the search for something for more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional. So what this is asking you to do, this is a perfect card to tie all of this together, is where in your life, this could be a relationship, this is romantic, platonic, family, whatever. It could be finances, it could be health. But where are you feeling bored with the energy? Where do you feel it's a stalemate energy? That's what needs to be released. And the fear around releasing that, we want to flip the script and show yourself as empowering. I am empowering myself to release my gifts into the world. So let's go ahead and write one more pocket affirmation here. I am magical. I am magical. Write that in the comments below. I am magical. And move on from these things that are no longer serving you. And it's just so interesting when I look at all these cards here, a very powerful reading. It's so interesting to have this energy of release be part of setting the intention. But we do need to really stand in our power and trust. Use that intuition. Get started on something today. Get that advice from a mentor, go online, sign up for a new class. But then you can sleep on your decisions. You don't have to make the decision. We just want to get started getting the information to feel empowered. And again, there is someone who can help you with this. This could be an online coach. This could just be, watching YouTube videos of somebody who's done something that you want to try, right? So many creatives and artists out there go back to the drawing board with a project, refresh it, renew it, and get brand new ideas. And I really feel that energy coming in for all of you. Thank you all so much for being here. Happy new moon. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.